Now, you may have heard us talking about a new movement in Bedford called Bedford Giving, who aim to support local residents, mobilise collective resources and make a difference. Now they're looking for local groups to benefit from grants to help children in their early years. Now, Rishi Jassal is a member of the parent panel at Bedford Giving and joins me now. Good evening, Rishi. How are you?
I'm well, Liz. How are you? Good evening.
I'm good. Thank you for coming on the show. So for those who haven't heard, what is Bedford Giving?
Bedford Giving is an organisation that got some money that we want to give out to all the community charity of Bedford.
Yep.
And what's unique about this is that it's all made, panel members are all made up by parents, and the decisions are all made by parents, which I think is a one of first in Bedford.
Yeah.
So that's really great.
Yeah, so I was reading that you've got this this system where you've got some grants up to £5,000 that organisations that are helping children in their early years can apply for, and then obviously a parent panel, you are one of those members, then decide who to sort of give the grants out to. How did you become part of the panel?
About a year ago, me and my children, we came through to have some hard times, and we looked out for some help through all charities.
Okay.
And the support is amazingly, and they helped us get over the little hurdle we had. And then a few months later, we get a phone call from the charities that helped us saying that there's a panel that's been put together, a very unique one with parents.
Yeah. And
would I be interested? I jumped at that opportunity. It was a great way of giving back something that was given to me early on to help my children. So it felt very empowering to get that.
Yeah, I bet. So what kind of organisations can apply for one of these grants?
It can be anything, as long as it's got something to do with children under 8. So
okay.
Yeah.
So like a nursery, or maybe like a group that get together, in a local, I don't know, village hall.
That's right, yeah. And anything like Lego clubs, if you've got a recycling group that you want to do, a gardening group, anything that you think that will benefit children and the parents with their well-being, mental health, and that need the extra support. That's where we're looking to target.
Okay.
So we're quite open to anyone applying. So
sounds great. Yeah. So am I right in thinking this is just for the borough of Bedford?
Yes, it is. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I love it. It sounds so great. And obviously, I've got to ask, where is the funding for these grants coming from then?
I think they're coming from, a BPHA, it's a Harper Trust, a couple of other organisations have put money into a big pot.
Okay.
And it's like I say, it's the first time this has happened. And so that's where the funding is coming from.
Brilliant.
So it's local businesses and local community are funding this, and they've actually let us have the opportunity to decide where it's going, which is fantastic.
I mean, it's a brilliant idea. Like I say, very new to the area. It's something that we've only recently started hearing about, and fantastic that you can use these funds to kind of support these little groups, because it's little groups like this, isn't it, that kind of go on, probably every week in halls and centres across the borough, kind of, and a lot of people probably wouldn't even know that they exist.
I think what is some of these charities are unsung heroes of the community, and I think they do a lot for us, and they're not recognised.
Yeah.
And but they are there.
Yes.
And and I think if we can support as many as we can, they will make a vast difference. If they help one family, I think that we've achieved our goal in helping families in Bedford.
I mean, as a dad, you'll know. I mean, I certainly, as a parent, especially as my children were young, I found, these local community organisations really key. So my last two were twins, and I used to go to a twins club. And oh my gosh, I really look forward to that weekly appointment. Do you know what I mean? I kind of really look forward to those Wednesday or Tuesday afternoons. I can't remember when it was. And we used to go because, there would be people there who were going through the same thing at the same time as me, who I could have a cup of tea and they'd keep an eye on my twins, and it would be vice versa. And, we'd get to talk about our children, how our week had been, and a lot of support happened in that room. Do you know what I mean?
100%. And I think that's what makes it so great. All the people that are on the panel have been in that sort of situation.
Yeah.
And they've realized how it's important having these groups together, like even going out once an hour, once a week. It will make a massive difference to some people, and especially in the current climate we're in. You know, maybe that might be their only time to get out there, to meet people, you know, but the people there to support them. So that's what's really great about this cause that we're doing.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. And it's organisations like that are just, like I say, key to so many families. I mean, I can't even remember how much they charged. It was like £2 or something. It was so cheap. And that just covered everyone's cups of tea and, you know, a bit of squash for the kids, you know, and the craft material. But it was amazing. So for those groups to continue happening, you know, grants like this, I imagine, are going to be so helpful.
Oh, yeah. And that's what we want to target. We want anyone to apply. And it could help with anything, a piece of equipment, some clothing, you know, anything that you think that will benefit the community of Bedford.
Yeah.
Bedford Giving want to help you to give back to the community.
Oh, I love it. I love this. Thank you so much, Rishi, for coming on the show and telling everyone about it. Obviously, there's going to be people listening who are like, oh, well, I attend this group and they could apply for this. How can people listening find out more?
All you can do, you can go on Facebook, and we got on Bedford Giving. Yeah, you can find us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and LinkedIn as well.
Yeah.
And if you actually ring up the Harper Trust, they will put you through to a gentleman called Keith. He's the man you need to talk to. And
I love it.
You.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah, what we've also done is made the application really simple. We can understand with all these small charities, the time takes time. So where it was a long drawn out, we really have simplified it. So if anyone who wants to do it, Keith will help. And, you know, and that's what we want to do.
I love Keith already. He sounds fab. So we can ring up the Harper Trust. They'll put us in touch with Keith. Having a little look at my notes here as well, the website, which I'm sure all the information on, dead simple to remember, bedfordgiving.org.uk. That'll have everything there as well. Rishi, thank you so much for coming on the show.
No, thank you so much.
Thank you, Rishi. Take care.
Have a great evening.
Enjoy the rest of your evening. Take care, Rishi.